The views and opinions expressed within the video content found on the Indie Comics Network are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of the Indie Comics Network or its sponsors.
Hey everyone, it's me, the Alikat, and I am here to shill my Patreon. Figured I would try to promote this a bit today as I just launched Prototype 0 on it, which was the little preview I just gave, and I'm showing some of the artwork on my screen right now. And I just linked my Patreon in the chat. So yeah, basically Prototype 0 is my take on the henshin or sentai genre. Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that. Makes me feel good. Yeah, got my hair done yesterday. All for the live stream. No, it was driving me nuts. But, so is my take on the henshin or sentai genre. Which a popular Sentai series you could think of would be like the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers or Sailor Moon, all of which have their roots in Sentai. Henshin is specifically deals with things like Power Rangers and stuff of that nature. And I'm waiting for my tablet to catch up with what I'm trying to do. So what I'm doing with it is, where a lot of henshin or sentai series usually involve defending the Earth and kind of making sure that the world doesn't go to hell, I solve that problem right in the beginning and blow everything up. And my cat is meowing at me because he's a pain in the ass. It's just the first arc is called Paradigm Shift. This kind of gives the background that there is this massive flash that happens and the world's in ruin. And that leads to the one remaining city, Bastion, which is, well, kind of a dystopia. I then have my variations of the F-14 Tomcats, which may or may not have been inspired by the Valkyries from Macross and Robotech. And boom. Yes, I'm blowing stuff up. And there is a blob monster that they are fighting. And then I have on the previous page, we have the Sentai ship come in and drops the 5 Sentai in to fight said monster. And then it cuts back to Bastion. We have the 6th character there, who's talking to this guy, meets an unfortunate end rather quickly. Then cut ahead, we have the Sentai team has returned home to find out that their brother is dead. So that's effectively what the first update is. And you can read the whole thing on my Patreon right now. It is $5 to sign up, and you get the monthly updates. I'm going to see if I can get more than one update in a month, just to try to give more of a sorry, I've had a long day already. To give more of a incentive. It's just working with MS can be difficult to try to get everything going. But I'm definitely going to try. And also, when I have full pieces done, I intend to print them off as comics and then eventually collect everything as tankabombs, basically. So patrons will have access to be able to get some of these things early, which will be pretty cool, I think. So it's a black and white series. I'm actually drawing it. It's being done as a manga in size, so it's a little bit smaller than a standard comic. And the whole idea is so it could be, yeah, I'm not clever, about this size when collected. As I launch things everywhere. The other thing we have for today is I received something in the mail today. We're going to do a bit of an unboxing. And if anybody's familiar with that symbol, just bring myself up here. This symbol here, you might know what this could be. And I also have my wondrous book of the week. Which I'll be sharing later. It may have something to do with the piles of manga behind me. Yep. Is Lori's Path of the Pale Rider, issue 2, is what we're going to be unboxing. And I'm going to do that in a few minutes. First things first. I'm removing the orange pain in the ass and symbol of Alikat Comics from my desk of manga right now. Somebody's been chewing on some of my paper I've been drawing on. I don't know who that could be. Might be this orange terror here. I also want to kind of get the start of this page going, which I think will be fun. Oh man. Yeah, it's definitely been a long day for me already. Reversed. Okay. Close enough. The way I am doing this is it does line up, so so when you can flip through it, it'll actually, page turns will matter and everything. So, oh, and the wonderful Ian. Yes, the book should be a lot of fun. I might send you a copy to check out the first update to see how you like it. Because, well, you know, you're one of my best friends. So, let's see. And if you haven't checked out Ian's Acts of Helena series, I highly recommend it. It is a great book, and he also does work on things like The Tick. So, is another wondrous series from a Massachusetts local. Laurie's giving Ian a shout out. All right. Well, that in there. ever since I read like Ghost Rider in the 1990s, where they did these black pages, I just always thought that looked cool. So I tend to make my comics always have black bordered for their pages. I think it pushes the black and white out a bit better. And in all honesty, I prefer working in black and white. Just always had a love for black and white. This may be a bit shorter of a stream than I thought because my energy levels are a little weird, but we will see. Go into this, into solo mode for a bit, because I want to crack this open. If anybody has any questions about the manga or anything to do with it, I would love to answer your questions. I'm going to be also going to be launching a bunch of new tiers for my Patreon where you can get artwork, including some of the stuff that I've done on stream. I'll be selling that off. Just haven't gotten around to it yet. The big thing is the comic. I love these Gemini mailers. I'm going to have to get some for myself. Okay, so what do we got here? Let's get the mailer. We got the book. Looks like we got some stickers and things in the back. And we have some origami on the front. Me opening this strikes me as a bad idea right now. So we're not going to do that because that will prove to be dumb in the long run for me. I'll do that when I have a bit better feeling in my hands. One of the things I love about what Laurie does is her stickers on the back are customized for her book. So there's always like a skull or something like that. Okay. Now, I've had the digital version of this thing for quite a while right now, and I've held off reading it because I was waiting for the floppy. So now I can read it. Origami Bear? Oh, is that what it is? Oh yeah, I see it. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, I absolutely love that. Yes. Hey, Vic, how's it going? And the survey beats Bears and Battlestar Galactica. That's right, I do remember that now. My memory sucks, so used to be incredible, which helped me out when I was in college and stuff, but that's kind of shot to hell nowadays. So, all right. So, what fun do we have? We have a cat trying to get in my lap where I have the comic book. No, not on the keyboard. That was from my cat. He highlighted your comment again. Hops. It's cat approved. Be wary ye of little faith, for ye are getting judged. Got a guy dancing on a poker table. Damn it, Twain. It's very cute. That came. Let's see. We also have Little Prince of the Wondrous Bear. And the other bear. Both with our magnificent lead. Okay. Yes, kitties love comics. You are absolutely right. Kitties love comics. And Hobbs likes to chew on them. Shouldn't you be on another network? Lori doesn't need to be on another network. Lori and I are besties. I always love these. We have the clue in the back, which in this case is sign language. We have a whole bunch of names and stuff. Never trust the living. Handbook for the recently deceased. Gonna get a call back to Beetlejuice. Okay. And the interesting thing about this book is that everything is in full color. Unlike the first issue, which is black and white. Now, I love the black and white, but I have to say, we have that fun little sticker. I have to say that I definitely love the color, but I'm definitely a stick. I just love black and white. I think black and white is great. I would heavily support a black and white book. I have a cat being problematic again. I'll be right back. This is something I have to deal with. And I support you. Bear with me 1 sec. Okay. Problematic cat has been gotten. You're going to steal the show today, aren't you? Usually it's your brother that causes me the issues. Okay. No, this is not a chill cat, so he hates being picked up. So what do I do to him every chance I get? Pick him up. So, it just kind of goes along with the territory. He's a pain in the ass. So. But yes, Marco's art is quite good. I really do love his stuff. He's got good work in here. And I do like the color a lot because it has this almost animation feel to it, which I really like because I love animated look to things in general. But yeah, I'm very much looking forward to reading this piece. I think this will be very, very good. Something that I always do, I always bag my comics upside down. The reason I do that is when they're in a box, the air gets pushed out and you can actually flip through them faster. Because science. Yes, he is a cutie and he knows it. Me and Cat's kind of a mutual hatred for each other. Fair. Oh, no problem. No, I'll always share your stuff when I get it because, well, besties. That's why you're always welcome on my show too, Laurie, but usually you're getting the children at this hour. Because those kids gotta be picked up for school, not from school. Just gonna stick the stickers and prints back in here. But yes, so things I'm going to be doing with my Patreon, I am going to be adding in tiers where you can get like sketch cards from me and other such things, as well as getting access to the manga. So, manga will be something that everybody can get. Well, everybody who basically gets the $5 and above tier on there will have access to the manga. The dollar tier is kind of like, thank you, I appreciate it. And yes, children's. Ooh. And what we got? Some. Go out of there for a second. Okay. So this is the Patreon. Let's see, the PDF is up there right now for anybody to grab. I have that's the colored in cover that's basically blocked in. That is not the final colors on the cover. But yeah, so that's basically what we got right now. Who's getting arrested? That was actually a ambulance. The police cars sound a lot different. They have this. The best way I can describe it is a wobbling sound. They're weird. But yes, I live near a hospital and a fire station. And I'm really not that far from the police station either. No new pages today. No, not today. I focused on the on getting the everything up so I could get the Patreon going. I started working on laying out the page I just did a minute ago. Let's see. Yeah. Basically, I started popping this out really quick. And it's effectively going to be a mirror of this page. And who's dying? Good question. I have no idea. Not me, which is good. Oh man. Let's see. Sorry, I'm just checking for dipshit, or also as I refer to it as Hobbs, the orange cat. Let's see. All right, how many do I get finished right now? I have 12 pages, I think. Yeah, it's 12 pages currently. I'm hoping to get another 12 up by, let's say, by next month at the latest. But I'm gonna try to get there'll be another update this month that gives more. And then I'll be doing more. Basically, as soon as I get a good block where I can have a good bit of the story, I'm going to drop them. I figure kind of someone's dying in Ellie's comic. Oh, yes. Right there. Someone dying. What is a Patreon? Patreon is a place where you can go and basically support me as a creator. It gets you access to things like it'll get access to the manga that I'm creating. Let's put the link in there again. We'll get access to the manga I'm creating, along with some other perks that I'll be adding as I'm going on, and kind of going from there. But basically, it allows you to contribute to me so I can make manga and be a creator, kind of full time. That's effectively what it is. So it's $5 a month. You get access to the manga. hoping to get at least 2 updates a month in, so you get about basically a whole issue a month. They take me a while. They take me a bit to do, and I do have MS, so try and do as best I can. Oh, thank you, Mike. I appreciate that. And yes, death can be fun. I definitely agree with that. But I will say that doing like pages like this and stuff can be a bit long, especially when I do things like this. So I put a lot of effort into these, so I hope people would enjoy it. And as I said, I'm going to be adding new tiers to where people can get other things from me too. Be it digital artwork or traditional, where I'll be selling off. I'll have access to some of the characters that I've done and things, and people can make a request, and I can like draw them on stream, stuff of that nature. That's basically what I'm going to be doing with it. And eat food. Yes, eating food is always good. That's the other thing this will basically do is definitely contribute to Allison's get food money and afford having MS money, because MS drains your bank account very quickly. Brown dog. Don't have dogs. I have cats. I mean, I am the Alikat. But I love dogs. I love all animals. More than most people. So that's basically, in a nutshell, what I'm going to be doing. I figured I'd show off some of the art and give kind of a rundown on things. This is going to be a bit of a deconstruction of the henshin genre. There are aspects of things like Power Rangers that I wanted to kind of poke at, that I found this could be potentially very dark. So that's kind of how I was looking at it. So if you look at things like Power Rangers and in some superhero senses, teen superheroes, you effectively have child soldiers. So that's an aspect that will be explored in this, along with what caused the end of the world, how to rebuild so quickly in this one area. All stuff that'll be coming through. It will not be my most scientific of manga, so it's going to be a lot of hand waving on certain things. Or I do like using realistic physics a lot of the times. This is more magic and stuff, more science fantasy. So if you like that, it'll have heavy kind of Chambara action along with fun, almost space opera-ish things. I would say it shares a bit with in the vein of John Carpenter. John Carter, not John Carpenter. Which, if you haven't read Princess of Mars, I highly recommend it. Child soldiers is a bit dark. Yes. And if you think of things like Power Rangers, they are effectively child soldiers, at least in the first season. I can't really speak to much more than that, and I'll be fair. I've only seen like maybe a handful of episodes of the original Power Rangers. I think I was like a junior in high school when that came out, and I wasn't really watching that kind of TV show anymore. Although I did continue to watch the Disney Afternoon until at least beyond when I graduated. So from high school, I was definitely still watching that in college. Yep, exactly. Power Rangers, Sailor Moon, Voltron, Neon Genesis Evangelion. Ava is definitely a bit of an inspiration on this as well. I think Ava handled a lot of that very, very well. And I think it's more of the new Voltron that there are more like kids the original, I want to say they were more adults, but I haven't watched that since the 1980s, and I'm probably gonna keep it that way. Definitely Ender's Game and the Hunger Games. Hunger Games especially. I mean that's it's like Battle Royale, but less bloody. If you haven't seen Battle Royale or read the manga, that is really dark. In Super Sentai. Okay, this varies. In the original Zoo Ranger, they weren't. There were children in peril in the first couple of episodes. There was this whole thing where the character that became Rita Repulsa had shrunk children down to toy sized, and basically they were being held hostage to the Zoo Rangers, which were the Power Rangers over here. But that's fire truck. The Power Rangers, the Zoo Rangers they were basically people who were frozen in time. And then they came out when I forget what her name was, but it's basically the Rita Repulsa character comes back, and they go to fight her. They end up saving the kids who are being held hostage and turned basically into toy-sized kids. And there was a scene where basically the space shuttle that they were in on this other planet goes shooting through the streets of Tokyo, and it's kind of an amusing scene. But I can't really vouch for much of the other Super Sentai stuff because I haven't seen too much of it. I watched one of them that was very Gatchaman-like. That's another one that's basically child soldiers. There was at least over here, when it was released as Battle of the Planets, it was 5 young orphans, was what was in the title. And I think they were supposed to be younger in Gatchaman as well, in Science Ninja Team Gatchaman. Although they could all drive and stuff like that, so they're older teens, but still young. But yeah, so that's basically a genre convention that I want to kind of tackle with this. For instance, the characters that getting killed in there is effectively a 14-year-old. So it's going to get dark very quickly. And because Allison believes that blood is stored in the body at 2000 psi, I intend to show things of that nature with this. That's science, really. If samurai movies taught me anything, it's blood is stored in the body at 2000 psi. But yeah, no, I can't really think of too many other ones. I mean, Macross had a Rick Hunter, well, Macross / Robotech, I forget what his name is in Macross, but Rick Hunter, he was effectively a child super pilot, like a teenager or something like that as well. So the child soldier thing is definitely, it's definitely a thing. Splash. Yep. Splash. Currently regretting being an artist. I'm 16 and having to use a heating pad for my back. Well, that definitely sucks. I would recommend more ergonomic positioning. My tablet is designed so I can lean back and actually draw on it. I tend to lean forward a lot anyway, but it's more of just getting myself in camera. But don't ever regret being an artist. Just try not to lean over your paper and things. I always try to draw on a bit of an angle, and it'll lead to less back problems. Be thankful you don't have the back problems that Lori and I get. Oh. And yes, welcome to life. And Nita also gets those. No, this is probably going to be a shorter stream today. Okay, you're right. The side effects. Yeah, I can respect that. As I am having a bad MS day. But before I do anything, I definitely want to talk about my pull list. So, what are you reading? Oh, Lori is a writer. She's also an artist. She does the lettering on her books, and she can draw. I've seen her art and things. She's quite good. But yes, this is basically what it is. Is we have boobs. Boobs are heavy. And they definitely mess with your back because it's this extra weight hanging on your chest. So, for the pull list, I took some inspiration from an earlier show today that had a Mr. Tyler Carpenter on. And today we're going to talk about the girl with the mega fists. She's also got boobs. And I really want the suspension work that's in that suit for myself. No, it's okay. Most guys don't think about that. And yes, I was laughing too. So, this is done by my friend Tyler Carpenter. He does Draw and Talk. And this is the first volume of his manga, The Girl with the Mega Fists. He even has number 1. This is his basically manga. I actually got the idea to do the Patreon comic inspired by him, actually, because he actually does this as an update to his Patreon where you get so many pages a month, and he then collects it and does Kickstarters for it and everything. But his art is fun. He definitely has the grayscale going on it, which I like. It's a very shonen battle manga. So if you're into things like Dragon Ball Z, Yu Hakusho, and other such things, this is a book that you would probably enjoy. Or Rurouni Kenshin, whatever else. But he has this entire arc that basically takes the lead character from a teenage girl to a young woman across his whole storylines of ideas. He was saying, like, as of now, that he could tell us the ending for the entire thing if he wanted to, which I'll give him props for that. I don't have the ending for Prototype Zero quite figured out. I have ideas of where I'm going for story arcs, but I don't have the full ending. In my other comic that I'm working on, The Last Sentinel, I definitely do not have the ending for that laid out. I have the ending to my first story arc done, but not the full ending. The other thing that I'll be giving my patrons access to is they will also be getting access to The Last Sentinel beforehand. So when that's done. But yes, I like Tyler's art. He's come a long way. I've known Tyler for years. He used to be in his Draw and Talk Discord, but for some reason I'm not anymore. I don't think I got kicked out. Maybe I did. I don't know. Then again, I've had some weird things with Discord. So, whatever. But yeah, it's a fun series. I highly recommend it. I think, if you're into shonen battle manga and other such things, you'll probably greatly enjoy this. It's rated teen for 12 and up. So, let's see. Because Vic is old enough to read it, so it's good. You can definitely get into it. It's definitely a fun series. So definitely check out Tyler. Check out his Patreon. Won't let you type boobs? Booze. That's great. That's pretty cool. Yeah, it is. It's a fun book. I definitely recommend it. I have a few of Tyler's books. I have his Demons book, I believe. I have his Chef's graphic novel. That's a funny story. And nice. Yes, I agree. It's fun stuff. Very fun stuff. Oh. So yeah, that's basically what's going on with my stuff. I haven't actually introduced the lead character in my manga yet. She probably won't come in until close to the end of the first issue, or the first chapter, as it were. Kind of building everything in to get her into it, since she is the Sentai team that you see early on in it. They're known as the Templar Knights, and they are the active heroes in the area. So, oh, there's a lot. Yes, there's a lot of American mangakas. Myself and Tyler are definitely not the only two. You were just trying to drive me nuts today. Yep. You want to eat the Gemini mailer, don't you? Cats. Gotta love them. Yes, you. You're a brat. I mean, trying to think of other American mangakas or just other mangakas. I mean, White Manga. I believe he's from Nigeria, but I think he lives in the United States now. But he's an American mangaka who works with Saturday AM, which is a shonen online shonen magazine, and he actually has his stuff in like Walmart and things, like in the stores. So his books, which I think is pretty cool. So I got a beef with cats. Well, I love cats. I just do. You have food out there. Yeah, Saturday AM is great. I highly recommend them. They have some really good stuff. I follow a bunch of their creators on YouTube. Yep. Let's see, who else is there for trying to think of some other American mangakas. Well, one of the big ones that I'd like to look at, he's one of my absolute favorite artists, is Joe Madureira. It would definitely consider his X-Men stuff and Battle Chasers to be very manga inspired. I mean, to the point that he had like the Street Fighter 2 animated movie. He was like pausing scenes of it on the screen and then like redrawing all the lines to get the idea, basically to get the Capcom style down. You can very much see that in his X-Men and Battle Chasers work. The Mayapple magazine for a while, and they've been shut down for a good minute. I'm not familiar with them. That's unfortunate they shut down. But yes, so Joe Mad was definitely an American mangaka, and you can still see it in his art today, with his run on Ultimates and Savage Wolverine and Avenging Spider-Man, along with Darksiders. I think is the game is that he basically designed. Darksiders 1 and 2, and I believe they used his concept art for Darksiders 3 and the other one that came out that featured whatever they call the Last Horseman. So, guy with the guns. But but yeah, I definitely love his art, and he was a huge influence on me, especially not that much older than me. He like got his start at Marvel when he was 16. Oh, that definitely stinks. That would definitely show that they're not there. Dark Horse also publishes manga. A lot of it is Japanese creators, but I do believe they publish a few American creators. I have to double check that though. But Blade of the Immortal was originally published through Dark Horse Comics. I think it still is, and that it's Japanese manga, but it's very, very good. I highly recommend that. That will be a book of the week. I think they also originally published Battle Angel. I'm not digging for a Battle Angel book right now to double check that, but nope. Battle Angel, these deluxe editions are published by the same people who do Attack on Titan. Yep, the Antarctic Press. Yes, Antarctic Press's Bill Dunn is definitely an American mangaka. Ninja High School and all the other stuff he did. Orion on Ariella was originally an Arctic Press comic. Said Ninja High School. He has a Penguina, I think, is one. He's got a Tomorrow Girl, I think, is the superhero book he's doing. Like he's trying to build like its own universe. He's getting kind of like Niobe. I think Larry's in with that or something. I'd have to double check it though. I'd have to ask Larry. And I believe Tyler's actually been published by them as well. So that's also very cool. So something else I'm going to do real quick here. I'm just going to run the bump for Prototype 0. And that is my trailer. Oh, they had a title called Dojinshi for a while. Is this imported bootlegs? Yeah, well, that's basically what a Dojinshi is. It's basically a fan comic. I actually have some place of a bunch of different Dojinshis. I have some Kenshin ones. I have a few Slayers ones. I have an Evangelion one. Used to be really into that. I actually used to kind of sketch my own Dojinshi stuff for a while. But yeah, I think Dojinshis are cool. I think they always kind of hope that people would do more like that stuff with American characters, do their own Dojinshis, but I don't know, just put them on the web or something like that. Someplace where you can't really, hopefully you won't have too many issues if you published it. Just be like, nope, it's just fan stuff. Kind of like what the fan community with Star Wars does, because there's tons of fan comics and fan films and other such things. Hobbs just wants to bother me. But yeah, but that's my plans. It's kind of talking about. One sec. Okay. Sorry, something weird happened outside. Caught my attention. It involves squirrels being stupid. I thought the hawk might have been going to be making an appearance again, which would have been kind of cool. I have a hawk that lives very close by, and I also have an owl that lives in the tree, like right out my window over there. Oh, thank you very much. I had fun putting it together. I've seen TMT Dimension, and all I gotta say is I'm too poor to spend money on what ends up mainly being weird, not for safe for work comics. Yeah, that is a problem with Dojinshi in like most cases. They tend to be very not safe for work. The ones that I have, I specifically went on my way to not get ones that weren't safe for work, because I just wanted to be able to like read them. And if I was sitting around reading it, like my mother came by, she wouldn't like freak out at some of the stuff that could be in it. It's like if I want porn, I can just go on the internet, but I don't really care. So, but yeah, so I totally get that. I think cartoonist K-Fab actually did something on the Dojinshi TMNT books. I have to watch that episode, but I think they did. Don't want to see Raph fucking Leo. People, I don't really want to watch that. I don't want to see that either. Although I am curious about a couple of things. That's where I've seen him. Okay, yeah, so Cartoons K-Fab. I knew they did an episode on it. I just haven't watched it yet. I watch most of their stuff, but they put out a lot of content. Oh. But yeah. Oh. I'm sorry, guys. I'm really not doing good today. I'm actually going to be ending it now so I can get some rest. But if everyone could, please give my Patreon a check it out. Look, check it out, see if it's for you. I intend to be updating regularly on it and getting the comic out there. But I will see you all next week, and I'm hoping that I feel a lot better. So, but I want to say thank you for showing up. Thank you for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. And everyone have a great weekend. Happy Easter to those who celebrate. Happy Passover to those who celebrate. Or just be a heathen like me and an atheist and be like, it's another day. All right. I'll talk with you all later. What's that? There we go. And have a great one, everyone. Bye.